time limits. And so I will ask questions, general questions, and each team has to answer those questions within 5 minutes limit. And then we'll have second question, but then we will, you know your numbers. But at the second question, we'll shuffle the numbers. Then and fourth candidate will answer the first and third, second. Oh, and after this discussion, we'll open the floor to the general questions and answers part. And that's why I asked the participants to keep their questions at the end. Then here comes first question. In recent years, graduate student government has been entering new office with negative budget. But after discussions with undergraduate student government and ADA administration, the graduate student government confirmed its budget for around 5,000 AZN. If you don't use it, you lose it. In this regards, how are you going to use this money? And the first team has to answer this question within 5 minutes.
Okay, hello everyone. We are the Rustam and Lily team. And answering your question, actually today we talked with Turgut Melim, and we found out the budget is actually even more, so we could have more money if we have such projects that they say that they're actually quite good, and we tell them quite early that we have this project that we want the budget to give money for us. So what we think of, and these are some of our programs actually. Well, first of all, of course, we want to keep the Oscars, but make it more elaborate, more prizes. So that is also a bit more budget. Secondly, what we want to introduce this year, and we hope that it will continue on, is the so-called Masters Ball. This would be sometime around April, celebrating the master students, celebrating the year, celebrating Madia 2014 for their future graduation. It's kind of an elegant, but let's have fun party ball at the same time. It would either be on the terrace or the students' assembly. And for this, we would also, if they let us, and we do have the budget, do dinner with it. So it's kind of an elaborate ball, one of the budgets that we could spend the money on. Thirdly, it's the yearbook that we want to introduce this year. We want to start doing a yearbook so that we don't need ADA just with knowledge, but also some kind of tangible memories. And we open it up and we see the pictures. There will be pages for us to write to each other, little comments. So we want that, and that is not 1 or 2 manat. It is more. So the budget will be spent, I think, with the yearbook. And some smaller thing, well, actually bigger thing, the language courses. We want to revive that, and we do want, for the ADA budget, for the GSG budget, to help out with the language courses. And we really do want to do this and revive it, how it was last year. And some other minor things that we could still spend the budget on, the 5,000 or even more actually, is, for example, try to do swimming sessions, or any kind of other sport activities, so it's not just football or volleyball now, but other sports that people will be interested in, and for ADA to help us out with the GSG budget with this. And this would be our budget expansions, I think, and thank you for listening.
And next team. Second team can answer this question. The floor is yours.
Hello everyone, this is Nidara and team. We are planning to organize several projects that will lead this budget. One of them is social events. We are going to organize trips to the regions, which will help to release the stress in the weekends. Also we are going to improve the student clubs. For example, by inviting the guest speakers in each student club, which is related to that issue. Another point is that we are also going to organize holidays, for example, New Year or Thanksgiving Day, which also will need budgeting. The other issue that we have is initiative of month. We think that our students are very creative and can come up with very creative ideas. So we'll try to gain all the creative ideas throughout the month and to make on the most creative initiative, and those selected students will be awarded by certificates, and all this process will of course need some budgeting. Except these social activities, we'll also have some academic events which will talk Nia about.
We'll try to improve social life of students and also academic life. And there will be a number of events for it. One of our ideas is lunch and learn. We're thinking about it to organize lunch for students where they can, in an unofficial environment, they can talk with each other and share their experience and improve their communication skills, networking skills, and also we'll invite guest speakers, for example, to talk about norms of diplomatic etiquette. Also, to make life more interesting, we are going to organize intellectual games such as Hamsa, Bosverven, or Brain Ring, and etc. We'll need budget for these games. Another issue to increase social responsibility of our students, and we'll have special calendar for these events, and on the special days we'll organize special events. We'll again invite guest speakers, and we'll hold donation campaigns. So our budget will be spent on this.
And moreover, we are going to bring up a newsletter, monthly newsletter, which will reflect the whole activities of graduate student government.
Thank you. And team number there. Three.
Hello guys, my name is Rika and my partner is Dorothy. So we're a candidate, and the main area where we want to work is, and to spend our money, is academic area, academic development, competitive fun, and social responsibility. In academic development, our main goal is to organize business excursion days, trips to different non-profit organizations, to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. For example, if we have some friends in UNDP or OSC, in Price Waterhouse or Baker McKenzie, so for master students, the main goal is to explore their future career and to create the atmosphere, to know the atmosphere where they are going to work. And like organizing these trips, we can open new areas and fields for students, for master students. So also we're planning to organize in social responsibility tree planting days, where we will plant the trees in order to first of all to support our environment, to develop it. And as you know, like Baku city is very it's polluted because of its economy and because of oil exploration and etc. So we need to strengthen our environment. So the main goal will be tree planting in parks, even in our community. So the other one that we were thinking is International Blood Donation Days, when each student is welcome to donate the blood for medical, and the other one is Cook and Save Day. It's cooking by our students, and at the same time saving money for lunch. So you will save money, and you will donate 1 manat for budget, and it will be like donation to children or to elderly people. And at the same time, you can explore different cultures of kitchen from international students as well, and you can explore the cook abilities of our Azeri students. It will be very fun. So, and also the big problem in our other community is lack of coffee dispenser and snack dispenser. Because after 6 o'clock, everything is closed and you don't have even like place to buy something to drink or to have a snack. So I was thinking about buying some snack dispensers and coffee dispensers for students. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And team number 4, please.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for this cozy atmosphere which we have here. So it's very difficult to speak last because most of the points were already told. That's why I will try to do it very short as I can. There was an issue about sport facilities and so on. I've heard that ADA building another building this all sport facilities for future, but for us it's not available right now. And I guess for this problem ADA can do next, use this amount of money to rent a place, maybe in a stadium or somewhere else, for like a couple of months beforehand and so on for good prices. And people can go and attend there, do their sports and so on. The next is, I've seen yesterday there was a very good survey sent by you guys, my dear 2014, related to the book rental. But I want to add something to this one and get it even more beneficial for everyone. It's not. I don't think that bookstore will give your rental because the new books will get older for the next ones. You can. My attitude is so that you will buy it, but the amount of money will be divided between months, and without any percentages, you will give it every month, like 20 manats if it's 100 months, and so on. And just end of the semester, this book is yours, but you are still using it. That's how we will get books. Also, this money, 5,000 ASEAN is too big money for us, actually for the GSG, in order to make good social responsibility and cultural events and also projects. Such as, for example, Green Peace Project, we called it like that, but it's not the same actually. It's more like yours, and also animal preservation. Like we have here cats and so on, you know, they're not cared about. And also, right now this issue is risen in Azerbaijan, and also about their preservation and so on. Also, there could be another option, such as SAIF. We attended this last week, the trainings, and you know, SAIF needs support of ADA in order to launch it by the name of the ADA and create a team and win the prize in Azerbaijan, then go abroad and show that ADA is an international school. Then, what about next? So, I guess this, I have something like 3 minutes, yeah? Okay. Then these questions ruined my, actually all my schedule, which I wanted to talk about. So there were complaints about something related to bachelors and so on. We made it a survey, both online and on paper, in order to get information from you guys, from Madhya guys, in order to know what are the issues and what we should work on, or maybe just leave it and do not touch it at all. So there was some kind of this outlines that we're complaining about bachelors actually, that they're crazy, they're predators and so on. But for that reason, you should use, during the orientation programs which is provided by ADA, we could do like that, Madhya MPP guys do their orientation again just for fun, or maybe just for meeting each other during this orientation program of BAs and get in touch with each other. It's the best solution for that, and in order to show them what is respect, how it's done, that we are elders, you should respect us, and so on. For now, I guess it's okay. Then on the next question, we will reveal other. You want to add something? Okay.
If Mr. Troll would allow me, I would like to add some points.
Thank you.
First of all, on my behalf, I would like to say you hello and nice to meet you, and thank you very much for sharing your time. I'm very delighted to take my floor and to deliver my speech to you. So, only point what I want to concern is about cultural events. During our online survey, as we created it on SurveyMonkey.com, so thank you very much for all who completed this survey and who took into consideration our demand, actually our ask. And on the second hand, thank you very much for those who really took into consideration the hard copies of our survey and completed it till the end. As I paid attention, most of students they are complaining about lack of diversity among local and foreign students. So that's the reason we want to hold lots of plenty of conferences or cultural events through our budget. Thank you very much for taking your time.
Thank you very much. I will take the second question. And second question is this. In which academic year it's for the first time when ADA welcomes the biggest number of students, proposes both challenges and opportunities? How do you think you will be able to overcome cycling student concerns and unite student governing family and ADA community? And also I want to mention that for team number 4,
Yeah.
if you are ready, you can answer.
You can.
And also I want to say that each team can also comment on each other's views. And it doesn't mean that you are making speech or you are expressing your views. You can also comment on each other's views.
That's
But
fine.
of course, by respecting each other.
Okay, welcome
Floor is
you
yours.
again. Thank you very much for your attention. I would like to continue our second question regarding the ADA community, how to come together and how to deliver our responsibilities for forthcoming ADA members. First of all, I would like to mention the point that maybe some of you know, some of you don't know, maybe some of you first time seeing us right now here. I have been engaged in the field of social initiatives since my bachelor degree. I used to work in many international relations regarding organizing issues of different various conferences or events. So I will definitely use my abilities and experience what I gained during my bachelor and during my gap between my bachelor and master degree, as well as it's not my transferring from bachelor to master. I used it to work before. So I will do my best for work in this field and will make our voices higher in order to be heard by other universities that we are on right way and we are ADA community, we are for new positive changes. On the second hand, most of all, we want to focus on, again, on different meetings, because for me, the main issue is, and the essence of human is responsibility, feeling of responsibility. If a person is not responsible, that person doesn't have a right, to be involved into very essential projects. So in order to deliver the sense of responsibility, we would like to meet with our forthcoming ADA community members during their orientations and meet with them, and also to deliver our demand, our requirement, and we'll have a speech regarding our forthcoming events or so on. So for continuance of my speech, I would like to deliver my floor to
Thank you.
Mr. Frost.
So, we talked about the bachelors and so on. So another issue is about making noise in the library, that guys are very noisy, no one can study. And for that issue, we thought about a plan. What about just creating such a system when one person or maybe one volunteer from the same BA class sits in there for one day or for some amount of time and regulates this? Or just make it even more harsh. Like, if you made a sound, go away and do not come to library for 1 week. That could be very harsh, but it could be very effective. Another issue is what actually we wanted to say, that we are MPP students actually. We are new, and as it fostered that in future we will be a good public policy makers.
And sorry, and it's not only in ADAs in Azerbaijan, all the 10 people who are studying MPP.
And that's the issue why we applied to become a president or vice president of GSG, because it's a kind of experience for using our personal skills in work and to show how it works in real life situations. And actually, as Turana said, she has a great background on doing social projects, and I had experience in public relations, actually PR and marketing, and also worked in the international organization and dealt with problematic people from abroad, actually, who had problems. We are here in order to share with you our experience and to deliver you our services, let me say like that. That if you want, you can use us as a good tool for making your issues to be solved and your ideas to be used. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Number three. Are you ready?
Okay, thank you very much for the floor. I will start by saying that diversity is strength, and it also can be a weakness at the same time. We being an ADA community, we are from various different backgrounds, we are from different experiences in life. So what we've thought about is coming us together as one community, and this is true. We have spirit, what I call spirit events, like a spirit week. We have fun teams whereby anyone can come up with suggestions by the students, can come up with either can dress like prisoners, or you can dress as prisoners. Well, everyone, it's supposed to bring out the spirit of ADA. What can capture the ADA theme? Via the honor code that you went through can be integrity. What is integrity to you? Personalize it, and during that week you can come up with whatever that comes to your head, and you dress that way the whole week. That way we know that is a spirit week for ADA. We also came up with something like arm wrestling events, or we can have coffee house with open mic, whereby students, it's only run by students, and it's not only EMADIA and only MPP. We integrate the whole ADA community, whereby the staff are not left out. They'll also come, but not as a watch body, but being part of ADA community. We also thought of having like an amazing rest ADA competition, whereby we have students searching for a particular, let me say, like a hidden treasure. So MADIA 2014 versus MADIA 2015, including MPP student also, so that there's that team building, there's that spirit of competitiveness. At the same time, we're also learning. We're able to, through that kind of exercise, we're able to communicate effectively. We're able to enhance our personal to person and how to work in a team, in a fun kind of environment. And also we can have something known as Mai Tai kind of event, whereby Christmas is fast approaching. One can donate whatever they can be able to donate. We come together, create like a box, or a certain, we can seclude one area of ADA, whereby you can bring whatever you're able to bring, and such, whatever produce will come out of that there is distributed to the homeless, the less privileged, those that have gone through war victims, those that are even traumatic children who are undergoing psychology or therapy, such kind of events. That way, we are not, it won't be like an ADA just because of an academic environment, but and also are socially responsible people who are in touch with the society, not just academic-wise. Yeah. Have I left anything else?
No.
Okay.
I just wanted to add something regarding the bodies from previous master students. I loved the idea by students of MADIA 2014 organizing bodies that will lead us through this year. And because this system is organized everywhere in foreign universities, and I support it, and I hope to strengthen it, and to help the future master students to be led and to be led through academic year by more experienced ones. So thank you very much.
Team number three.
Our main mission and one of our goals is to unite ADA family, to unite all the people, and we will present students, we will hold meetings with them weekly or monthly and find out what are these issues in order to deal with them and to solve them. Also, we can see that main issues are related to undergraduate students. most students are having difficulties with them. So we think we should cooperate with undergraduate student government. My brother has been president of this student body for last year, so I'll use his experience also to find out what are the main problems of undergraduates and just solve it.
Well, we're also planning to gain social responsibility days, especially about these days will be dedicated to think green, be more green, because every day we can see that new papers with announcements appear on the doors of evaluators or the entries. We think that there is too much waste of papers. Also in the restrooms, there is waste of this paper. So the green days will be organized more frequently at ADA to make this community more responsible, of course, concerning the environmental issues. Thank you.
Team number one.
Yes. Hello everyone, and as my fellow candidates here told, it's harder to talk in the end, so I'll just stress the points that are unique for our tandem. First of all, about the ADA community. ADA is growing every year and it will be growing more next year, so it's harder to keep it as one community. So what we have to do is to try to keep it, to keep the system that we had for the next year, but also make it useful for a bigger amount of students. For example, about the orientation. So if GSG has a bigger part in the orientation, we can reach out to the new students and make them understand what is ADA all about before the classes start. Also about the body groups, the same. I love the body groups that we had before the midterms. It helped us a lot. And we should make it more focused, as we'll have more students next year, and make more sessions with buddies during the year, not just before midterms, maybe just before the classes start, then at the midterms, finals, and during the year. So, and have more events, cultural events, maybe competitions, intellectual competitions in ADA, involving different students, also involving bachelors, because this will help us make ADA community more united with more students. So mainly the focus is the events, to keep the community united are the events and different help from the previous year students, and work more together with bachelor student governments. This is the main points. Anything to add?
Yeah, what we want to firstly mainly stress is we really want the GSG to take a bigger part in the orientation program, so we already reach out to the new students already in June, introduce ourselves, and tell them what ADA is about, what kind of programs, what they can expect, and this way they already come here knowing what ADA is, and not just, okay, we'll see when we get here. And when they're here already, from a student perspective, we want to talk with them, not just the student office. So that's why we want GSG. We're going to focus mainly on the orientation and the buddy groups.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate, and in a week we'll have election day, and before the election day you will also present your presentation, and we'll have enough time to come up with best strategies how to attack the experience in the future. And now I hope guys we have a lot of questions, and the floor is yours, and now you can ask your questions. This is a question and answer part.